Hello everybody, this is Albert with Green Tea House. I hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to talk about the tea shop music war and what's the appropriate music to play at a tea shop or / coffee shop if you want to throw them in. Now before we begin, if you haven't been here before, come visit us in Green, Texas. We're in a little town outside of New Braunfels, which is halfway between Austin and San Antonio. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell so these episodes come fresh to you, and post a comment. Now, normally most of the episodes we do here is very tea specific about different cultivars or categories of tea or tea history, but we have a lot of episodes here, and I thought this would be a fun episode to do because as a sit-down tea shop, I feel like it is incumbent upon Casey and I to have the proper ambiance, because tea, and I'm drinking a Jasmine Silver Needle here, tea is to be savored. We've talked about this before. It's not coffee. Coffee jolts you and crashes you. Tea, savored. This is why we serve in glass teapots so you can look at the liquor of the tea. This is why we recommend you smell the leaves after the infusion and just indulge in the beauty and relaxation of tea, because tea has L-theanine, which is one of the reasons why it calms you. Now, part of that's going to be music. Now let me backtrack. So, never went to a tea shop before. I haven't been to China or a place that had like a tea shop. But I've been to a lot of coffee shops, and historically they serve really crappy tea. But I noticed, and I am 51, like the coffee shops I went to in the 90s. So you think of like when Starbucks was getting big, or TV shows like Friends or So I Married an Axe Murderer, these movies or shows that take place in coffee shops. There was a certain vibe. And that vibe back then was more singer-songwriter music, relaxing music, jazz music, light jazz and whatnot. Today, in 2025 America, when I go to coffee shops, it's It's up-tempo, it's not singer-songwriter music. Lots of times they'll be playing rap or rock, and it's loud and whatnot. And for my old man sensibilities, this is intolerable. And I want to tell these people, hey, go to SiriusXM. SiriusXM has a coffee shop channel. It actually has like 2 or 3. And they're not playing that. What are they playing? Norah Jones, John Mayer, Natalie Merchant, Jewel, like quiet singer-songwriter music. And so, kind of circling back to tea shop, our tea shop is not an Asian tea shop in terms of its ambience. Our place is an Asian tea shop in terms of us selling Asian tea. So, but I guess boba tea is Asia, but we sell kind of like the traditional 6 categories of tea and whatnot. So we, I think, have maybe a different vibe than if you went to a Gong Fu tea house. So at a Gong Fu tea house, and there are some, there's one not far from us here in Austin, over in Austin. Traditionally in those places, you're going to be playing a lot of either the Chinese flute music, Japanese flute music that you would find historically at those kind of tea shops in those countries. And I would play excerpts of these things, but of course on YouTube you can't, that's a copyright infringement. But our vibe is a coffee shop vibe that is an Asian tea shop, which is confusing. So in short, what kind of music should you play at a tea shop? Well, I can only be subjective. I will rotate throughout the day. And you guys have been here, you know this. I will rotate. I will put on Japanese tea house music sometimes because it's relaxing. Sometimes I'll play light jazz because it's relaxing. Not a lot of, if it's got a lot of brass, that's not relaxing. It's almost like Muzak music, just light jazz. I'll play that. I'll play classical guitar. No, I won't play classical, but I'll play that. Sometimes I will play playlists that I make that are singer-songwriter, because I love Norah Jones, for example. You'll hear a lot of Norah Jones, especially early Norah Jones, at the tea shop. Sometimes I will play no rap music and rock music at all. So indubitably I won't play those at all. So to me, it's all about the vibe. And the vibe at a tea shop should be relaxing because tea is relaxing. See, coffee shops, and I don't know, maybe this is just my boomer sensibilities, because why would coffee shops go from that coffee shop music back in the day, like where Phoebe Buffay's playing Smelly Cat with her guitar, why would you go from that to And I don't know. I would love for you to post in the comments, what kind of music would you like played at a coffee shop and or at a tea shop? I would like to know. But I do think, and you can post in the comments if you disagree, but if you go to the typical coffee shop today, the music is much more up-tempo. And in some ways that mirrors the beverage, because coffee stimulates your heart, right? Stimulates your pulse, your blood pressure. So in some ways it makes sense to have really pulsating, loud pop rock music. Whereas tea doesn't do those to your body, so it makes sense to have for tea to have relaxing music. Guys, post in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care and God bless.